So it is exactly the situation that I'm looking for right now. Okay. We have a write up from what 353 was a couple hours ago, and we can actually see this in the list over here. So we have price of, let's see, it went down to pretty low actually. It was like 352 maybe, and it was not pretty. Okay, so we have, let's sort on this. These 352. It was the lowest price um, a couple hours ago, 4 hours ago. And so if we sort it by time, we're actually having a trace of, well, look at that. So this is 24 hours. So 24 hours ago, it was 358. And now 24 hours later, it seems to be trading at 358, exactly as 24 hours ago. So that's very, very interesting to me. We got some big whales right here incoming. So we got two whales coming in, and that will trigger the buy, another buy if there is a third whale. That's the way I have it configured. And then my whale size is $5,900 within 2 minutes. So this whale guy right here that's moving through times two, when it moves out of this window, it's a sliding window calculation, basically within two windows. Make sure that the whale is in there. Make a buy. Don't make a buy unless we got three whales. So sorting by both over here, both whales, we have 1, 2, 3 whales within 2 minutes. Okay. So what does it mean? Well, it means that we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buys. With the latest buy at actually 354 at 12:15. Okay, and we're now $94 up. Okay, so we're actually near the limit here. We have two whales, and two whales just left this sliding window. So the sale did not happen, okay, because we only had two whales. And now we're back to zero. So what we're looking for is three whales within 2 minutes, trigger a buy, assuming it is not at the tail end of whole bunch of selling done on Kraken or Coinbase, which is what we've been seeing. So actually, if you look at this chart right here, we have 414, which is right now. Yesterday, let's sort it by now. So 410, we have two whales, but we're following three whales that were selling total of more than 40, what is it, $46,000. So I have configured it. If the buy trigger follows a $30,000 sale within 2 minutes, do not execute that trade, because what that means is basically somebody is just forcing the price to go down at that point. So if we had one more whale over here within 2 minutes, it would have bought, but no, rejected, do not buy until we actually are sure that there are three whales. Okay, so the whale now is moving out of the window, and we have 0 out of 3 buys right now, and it's looking for more buys. And right now we can see that there's $50,000 per minute in sales, which actually this can go down to zero and just sit there for a while at just a couple $1,000, which coincides with what I'm seeing here on this particular chart here, where this number here is very low And again, this thing on the side, I can keep up with that. This is why I translated all that stuff into fish, because I'm looking for these whales. This is a whale, and it just scrolls off, and you lose track of that because you can keep up with that. So we now have green candles across the board over here. It's climbing to 358.56. Potentially keeps on moving. We don't know because now we have a peak of 358. And with that peak, if we have one red candle over here with Zcash, that usually turns into sell off. Just one red minute turns into nothing. Okay, so whole bunch of nothing. So what we're doing here is we're looking for those three buys. This guy will move on eventually. And what we can do at that point is I can see I'm making $110 right now for this period. I am losing $8 on this one buy, which happened a while back, a couple hours ago, actually this morning. So this guy is still in negative, but what I can do is I can select all of these and sell all. Sell everything to preserve this small little take. But is it a smart thing to do? Well, that's what this chart tells me, right? If we're seeing new sales coming in and switching over to this particular view here where this 1 minute usually turns around in the other way. Not always, but it can. So what I'm looking for is this 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes turns red. What will probably happen is this price will go down just like it did right here. Look at this orange line. This is like a diving off of a cliff kind of sell, right? So it just went down, boom, from 356 to 352, which is where I was buying because at that point I was seeing whales coming in, buying it up. So they were agreeing basically with my strategy at that point, and the whales were triggering the buy. So here at what is it? That was a couple of hours ago. We have 353, 355, 54, and then this one here at 360. Okay, so that's the only kind of a blunder buy. This is actually happening before I put in the $30,000 clause because what I saw was when this got bought, when this $360 one got bought, Kraken unleashed a huge sale, which then resulted into exactly this. So I said, no, 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 I'm not buying here if you're going to do that to me and just follow up with a bunch of sales. We're going to wait and then see if there's additional sales following up this particular price, the two whales. So we're basically leveraging all the buys within that period and not buying until that resolves. Now we're calling that a bottom. So when you have that many sales coming in at once, that is a bottom. So after this, usually what you will see is whales. So here the whales at 3.2 gave me the signal to buy, and I did do exactly that. So now I'm watching this go up. Was this like $7? $7 per coin, and we have 44 coins, which it would be great if they were all accumulating $7. What it's gonna do now, it will wait for the $8 peak, which is the configuration right here. We have a $8 peak, and when it reaches that $8 peak, what it will do, it will start counting upwards and start waiting for a $2 drop. So if it drops by $2, unless I'm here to intercept that, because if I say like $400 right now, I'm gonna sell the whole thing because I know it will go down again. Okay, and then it will buy lower again. So the Zcash performance, if you just look at the charts, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and this up and down has been killing me because I've been sort of buying on the top and they just loses, and I panic sell over here, and I buy it again when it starts climbing, and I keep losing more money than I should be making. So what I said, I'm gonna avoid all sales, so no sales. Basically, I lock down the sales, so there's a sale lock. Nothing can be sold. But if I sell everything, I can reset my positions, clear them, and reconcile with new buys if there are any, because that has been happening. Like these ghost or shadow buys that are not in this list. But I think I have it locked down pretty much right now to have everything working. And I hope that this will just keep running for me. And, if it sells with $2 from the peak, that means I now have opportunity to buy again. And this bot will just keep doing that over and over and over and over until hopefully like a couple months from now it's just making money and that's it. So again, the code is available if you are interested. If you're watching this, I've noticed that nobody watches this freaking channel. Um, Maybe they're waiting for me to perfect it. Who knows? Okay. But if you are interested in buying this code from me, I will be more than happy to share that with you. But I'm gonna charge one Zcash for this because it will be making you money eventually, especially if you turn it on to like $20,000. So with $2,000, I'm currently making $140 right now. Okay, so these are the total buy over here is actually I don't have the sum over here. I think I would well 44 times 250 right now 59 359 times 44. That's almost well, it would be $1,600 if you 10x this. So if you went in with a $20,000 buy, you would now be up $1,600. Okay. So again, one Zcash for this bot. Not a big deal. Okay. So if you're seeing this and you like what you see, contact me on um, blackholesurfer at blackholesurfer.com is one of my emails. You can also contact me on LinkedIn. I think it's in the details of the video. And let's reconcile. Okay. Maybe I can add. Well, no, actually, no. I think the best thing to do would be to go to Black Hole Surfer and create an account right here. So register. And we're gonna add this bot for sale over here. So if you don't have an account, you can create one of these. Create an account for your company, whatever it is. Just make sure you don't have you don't have a DUNS number if you're individual, but you will have now you'll have a username and an email. So that email now will be able to create an incident that will go to me and it will say, hey, I'm interested in your bot and I want to buy it. So what I'm doing here is when you log in, let's just log in as me over here with this long password. If you go and create your company here, right, you will have in the company, I'll be able to see who you are, and you can send me a request using this support ticket. So it will go to, you need to put your email here, but you can send me a request to say, hey, I want to buy one of your bots, and it will happen. Okay, and then you will be making money just like me. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy trading. By the way, the link is over here, but you cannot get to this bot. This is all private, tunneled website, so only I can access this. So once you actually set this up, if you want my monthly support, it will be like one Zcash or maybe $50 a month or something like that. But I can help you to set it up on DigitalOcean. You can run it there and just dedicate your service to just that one bot. If you want to have Bitcoin and Ethereum as well, it's also available. Okay. So Bitcoin is only running simulation right now. So it's simulating buys. So we have 4 positions, and this is it's really not a lot. It's not moving a lot. Let's see at Ethereum, we're looking at still a couple dollars. So not much happening here, sadly. And Solana, which I have currently turned off because I was getting pissed off at these prices. This is basically a stable coin. A week later, same price. Okay, enough of that. So I stopped this bot, and I'm just waiting for the price to improve. And I think I'm just gonna move the whole position. I'm gonna update all these Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana position on these traders to match my Zcash maximum. My Zcash maximum is the best bot I've ever built. I think it does like everything. And again, this visualization, if you're interested in watching what's happening with the buys in the market, these green and red fish and red and purple krakens that are moving across my screen right now are giving me an idea of exactly what's happening within the market. And currently, I have zero whales. I only have sales coming through the sliding window. So I'm looking for detection of green whales within 3 minutes. And when that happens, with prevention of, kraken selling, which has been happening. I don't know if you watched my other streams, probably not, but if you do see that, you will see that the kraken basically goes crazy. Okay, so I actually included an export, a CSV file of all the trades over the last 24 hours. So if you have any sort of AI or you're good with spreadsheets, you can actually load that into a spreadsheet and do your own analysis of all the trades. Because Coinbase is not doing any of that stuff. Okay, Coinbase really should be doing all these services because they're charging us anywhere between $20 to $200 a month, and they're not doing any of these features. They have no features that actually help us to visualize the stuff. So if Brian Armstrong is watching this, please contact me and I'm gonna explain how this works, and maybe you can change Coinbase to do the same thing. But this now seems to be working. Finally, we're now, what is this? We're at $168. So with 2,000 I'll buy. The commitment here, like I said, if it was $20,000 or $40,000, this would be at $20,000 would be $1,600, and at $40,000 it would be $3,200. So this is really for big traders that are interested and want to use this. I've been watching YouTube and all these scammers on YouTube telling us, "Oh, use my bot and buy my bot, buy this." You know what? None of their stuff works because I've been watching it and trying to figure it out myself from whatever they're trying to share, and it's not working. It's not working. It works for them because they're charging you for the services. In my case, I will charge you for the service, but I'll also give you a bot that actually works. And once you can use it yourself, you don't have to contact me at all. You can just turn off the monthly support subscription and just use the bot any way you like. As a matter of fact, if you plug it into cloud or any sort of AI that does analysis, it can probably do even better job on this. So this is what I've done over the last couple of months. So again, thank you for watching. See you next time.